This is amazing. Oh my god.
Oh,
What?
I like that.
That's fantastically done. Fantastic build. My goodness. Plane crashing into the building. Holy wow. I want a coffee machine like that in my own. Ooh.
Oh, it's very nicely lit.
Yeah. This Planet Coaster community is currently designing 4 unique theme parks simultaneously while also competing in several contest categories to achieve building out these 4 theme parks. The first phase to building out these parks is to fill them with dozens of shops and facilities for our guests to enjoy some tasty food and beverages during their stay in these theme park experiences. So over the last 3 weeks, our community members have been designing specific shops with strategic sizes and locations for each of these 4 theme parks. And we now have nearly 50 shop contest submissions across all 4 theme parks here to review. Today, we're going to be reviewing all shop submissions for 1 of the 4 designed theme parks, giving you a sneak peek of how this park is developing while giving you an opportunity to vote on your favorite shops. The community on Discord has voted that they would prefer it to have the winners decided based on a rank category system rather than a best per park system. So if you're not aware, all builders on Discord earn ranks based on how much they build and the quality that they build at. This rank helps us determine the skill level of a person for purposes such as this during contests. Because the community wants a rank-based contest, this means we can judge and vote on our favorite creations from the varying brackets of equaling skill levels, making it much more fair and competitive of a contest. However, this also means in order to have enough contestants for each group rank, we will then have to pool all 4 theme park submissions together, meaning the shops shown in today's video will compete against the shops from the other 3 videos being released on this channel this week. So the voting form will not be released until the end of the final contest video this week. And that voting form I will be posting on this channel's community posts section on YouTube, as well as in Discord in the announcement channel. So if you're just a YouTube viewer, keep an eye on the community posts. And if you're on Discord, keep an eye on announcements if you want to vote on your favorite creations shown in this mini video series. And last but not least, unlike contests of the past, these submissions are actually going to be used to build a theme park, which means we can actually make helpful comments, feedback, and suggestions where our contestants can choose to update their build before it's eventually placed into the park in a month or 2 from now. So that being a factor, I will be bringing on the lead designer for today's park that we are reviewing to help judge and critique all of the submissions. And there you guys have it. That is everything you need to know about this current contest and collab. So sit back and enjoy the video and be sure to vote on your favorite creations at the end of this week's mini-series. Let's get into today's theme park contest shop submissions, as well as meet our designer special guest. Okay, welcome everybody. We are here in the Tiki Chicki Tales, joined by SirAlan. We got our final designer on for the final park that we're here to review, and it's great. You're in a hotel right now?
Yeah, that's right. I'm afraid out and about, but still managed to get on here, so it's good.
So we got designers calling in from hotels, tents, wherever, and we're making it happen. So thank you for finding the time, Alan, to squeeze this in. I'm glad we were able to do this, and this is just a great opportunity for you to provide feedback for your creators, their blueprints, and your park for if they wanted to update things later after the contest is over. If we spot anything, there you go. So that's one of the important reasons. But for everyone watching, obviously the state state that you see them in is the state that we're going to be judging and voting them in. So we still want everyone to, you know, give their thoughts and stuff in the comments, as well as when they vote, take into consideration how things are. So one of the things we've been talking about with all the other designers is the premise of your park. So we have a duality split park. It's kind of two. You guys are also the judges here today. So one of the things to keep in mind is this side of the park is about the Tiki Chickis, right? The tribals. If you want to talk a little bit more about that.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So there's two sides to this park. This one, they celebrate or worship their newfound god, the Tiki Chicki, and they are trying to embrace the past resort that was there in the pre-war. So it's all about the themes of kind of restoration, you know, embracing the old ways, but trying to make do with the post-apocalypse world that's been left to them. So look at that, it's cool.
Spoilers.
Absolutely. Whereas the other side is a faction that's split away from that. They're just trying to make use of what they can, living in a junk town. Simple as that.
It's post-apocalyptic. Think Fallout, that sort of thing. So that's your kind of judging criteria. Did they make it tiki tropical? Did they make it post-apocalyptic junk town? Right? And so keep that in mind. If you think the build is good, did it also? What makes it good is did they nail their theme? Did they nail their shop branding? Those are like the criteria that we're looking for in this contest. So we're gonna kick things off. Market 03 by Waffles, and they are a builder. We're going from the bottom ranks all the way up to the top. Is there a particular shop? There's no info on this one. So is there a requirement on this one that you set for this builder?
So if you maybe if you go from the other side first, and then we can view it from there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. But was there a shop requirement?
So the idea was that it was going to have a gift shop and potentially a balloon shop. So this was going to be sandwiched between two builds. The other build will, you can't see it on here, but we could put it in just afterwards and do a bit of recording. And then, it was focused on how that alleyway would look. So it's all about the kind of market or street market look.
This is
vibe.
cool.
So yeah, I think it's captured the
Junktown
perfectly.
The
vibe quite nice.
I agree.
Very nice, yeah.
And there's a lot of inspiration in your park taken from Fallout, so the Nuka balloons is kind of fun. In fact, can we get a park extra of a giant Nuka balloon? You know what I mean? A Nuka-Cola bottle in the sky right there? Are you? I'm not mad at that idea, right? Why not? Wow, this junk this is amazing. Oh my god. I'm kind of impressed. To pile all this junk and make it make sense is really, really cool. The tricky thing with this build is, like you said, it's an alleyway. So this is technically a new build right here, and there will be a build here. That's why there's nothing here. It's up against another build. So
That's right. We'll,
it's flat for a reason. So we're really just like judging, is this a really cool alleyway that sells junk? Because in this case, it's not really just a memento. It's you're buying bottle caps and, you know, gears and all sorts of car parts, radiators, scrap. Yeah. So that's.
I like this.
Yeah.
So I've got a little some interior.
I'd like to see a little bit more junk to sell, or like shelves with junk or something like that. That'd be kind of cool. Maybe like some hobos and bandits and animatronics. That would be kind of fun. Like
that would bring it to life, wouldn't it?
I just feel like there should be more people, right?
Yeah.
That's what I would think of, like, if you think of the Fallout TV series, when they go into a town like this, there's just people, like, all over random stuff. Some dude sitting up here having a cigar, you know, that sort of thing. So I definitely feel like you could liven it up with animatronics, but the junk factor is amazing. Yeah, I don't really know what you can do for branding. You have the signs right where they need to be.
Yeah.
I think it might be kind of cool to have an old sign that says market or something.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, maybe hanging from that overhang.
Couple flickering lights on there or something, and we know it's the market, because as we're coming down the street, I'd like to know that this is the shopping center market. Yeah. So that'd probably be like a little bit of signage that you can add in there. I kind of like the idea of the giant Nuka-Cola in the sky, but
I like their own. The way that the creators managed to get a lot of variance in the texture. It's not flat. It's, you know, there's all these things pointing out.
Oh, and I didn't even have reshade on.
Oh, even better.
My bad, and I have to fix it. So yeah, there we go. Yeah, now look at it. Woo! And all these extra pieces that you let people use really go a long way.
Yeah,
Alan provided
absolutely.
some TMTK scrap. A lot of this stuff is not native to Planet Coaster. Amazing. This is a solid build. Do you have any feedback and suggestions? Do you agree with some of the things I said? Do you disagree with some of the things I said?
No, I think that some kind of signage on the way. I can just imagine, going around in like a Fallout level, you might have some, as you say, flashing light sign. That could be like a bit of a logo for this. So
Speaking of flashing lights, let's see it at night.
so I think there's probably room for some more.
I like the
very
flickering.
low-level ambience. Yeah.
More of that would be nice. And a couple, I think you could even just string up some random Christmas lights and more random lights and wires and things like that. A couple more random spotlights maybe. They have those nice, cool studio spotlights. I could see raiders and stuff using those to just, like if you're coming into the market, you might want a guy up here with a spotlight just in case some, suspicious people come strolling into town. So yeah, but the lighting is subtle and it does create a very cool atmosphere. I just feel like it could have a little bit more of it. Yeah, very solid. And maybe more colorful lights for like the marketplace as we suggested. I really love that blue and yellow pop. When you have such a neutral monotone build like this, when you throw in a hit of red here and a little hit of blue there, it really helps sell it as like, gives it like those little hits and pops. And you'll see that a lot in Fallout 4 in particular. They add a lot of random vibrant colors in areas that they want you to draw your eye to. Does that make sense?
Yeah, sure.
Cool. I love it. This is a great starter build here by Waffles, kicking off the Junktown for us. All right, so next up is Mayor's Tower 04, created by Caesar, and they are also a builder, and it is for the Junktown as well. And I guess it's their literal Discord icon is Caesar from Caesar's Legion in Fallout New Vegas. So that's kind of fun.
Yeah, there you go.
A Fallout fan, and they get to make the Mayor's Tower. It definitely has that dilapidated look, kind of like the clean aesthetic of it as well. For a Mayor's Tower, it has that like governmental feel. What? What?
I like that because
That
that's,
is
you know how
sick.
in Fallout you have these craziest weird things like someone elevate. I can just imagine that. It needs an animatronic on it for sure. It needs like the mayor, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, you need a guy with a crown for sure. I like the tires in case it like has a hard landing. Wow, that's kind of cool. All right.
That is very creative. Yeah, I like that.
No, that is pretty cool. Although that needs, I think up top we need a mayor's room. Like where does that take us to, right?
Yeah.
And there should be an office up here with all these extra Easter eggs. So yeah, my first impressions is the build looks great on the outside. How many pieces are we at on this one here?
I know that he said it was about close to 4K.
It is. Okay, I would allow this guy to do another blueprint just for the interior.
Yeah.
So like,
I think that's fair.
this is your contest submission as is. It looks good, but the interiors definitely could go a lot more ambitious and creative. So I think it's fair to just say, take another blueprint and we will add that second blueprint in when you place it in the park, right? And what would you do with that extra up to 4,000 pieces? I like the mayor's office idea, right? Because this leads to something, it tells a story. Environmental storytelling is a big thing that Fallout does so well, and that should be the top room or whatever, right?
Yeah, I think that would be good. And also, maybe something, now that it's placed, to something on the outside that kind of makes it obvious what it is. So it could be, it could have the name of the mayor, or it could be just something to kind of indicate what it is.
I would also, this is kind of a weird thing, but like, I think Aloha is more appropriate over there, not here, right?
Yeah, I get, I think that the creator had some inspiration from like a real Aloha Tower or something, but yeah, I'd take that. I mean, it could be that actually it was it is a pre-war building that's just been occupied, or it was the only one here or something. So it might be fine. I do know. I mean, we'll have to forgive the bottom pieces because I think it's been placed a little bit too high on there. But
well, the reason maybe we're on a different wavelength here. Aloha is a Hawaiian word for love, affection, peace, and compassion. It's used as a greeting in Hawaii.
Maybe.
So that's why I was saying that it makes sense over there, unless they stole it. But it looks like it's a part of the sign.
Unless the mayor's using, taking the word for himself.
If you had an extra 4,000 pieces, you could also do a little bit more with the junk outside. Yeah. So put a little bit more debris there. A mayor's tower. You could even have a couple extra rooms, like some chairs and TVs. Maybe what would be kind of fun is just a nod to Fallout New Vegas, or is it Fallout New Vegas? What's the Fallout 3 10-penny tower? Guy sitting here with a button and a briefcase. Why not? Just a little Easter egg.
A sniper rifle.
A sniper, yeah, that could be kind of cool. Now the build looks good. It just needs more stuff. But the crazy thing is, it's 4K already. So I guess all of the destruction that you use is a lot of little pieces. I don't really know where the 4,000 pieces is going, but
I think I guess the complexity of the build, it probably needs a lot of small pieces to kind of get that shape in that way, like smaller rectangles and things.
Yeah, just add a little bit more to that interior. I think the actual aesthetic of how it looks is great.
Oh, absolutely, yeah. I think just the piece limit was maybe the limiting factor on just having a few extras. Maybe some of the decals as well would be good on the sides.
One thing I would probably do is try, like, so you have some of these gaps and you have some of like the crumbling building. Take some of this metal and all this random crap and add girth and they came in and started adding more scaffold and structure to the old building to hold it together. You know what I mean? Like, add some of that metal Junktown just to the bottom bit, and just a little bit more of that where it looks like they actually kind of started to repurpose it, if that makes sense. I think that could add
next to the market, because the market was intended to be, I guess, flush against another plot, and then this one's not necessarily flush against the cube. And I never saw that as like being a problem, because you just pointed out how it could be like someone's basically said, well, here's some space, I'll build, I'll do some shacks and things, so we can fill that space so that it look, maybe there's like, cloth hanging from there.
Yeah, if you could kind of build between the two buildings, what you can do is bring this back into your park with your neighbor, and then use your extra blueprint to fill this void with more junk and tie that into your building somehow, and add some scaffold and some raiders and some animatronics and just junkify this area. Put more crap on the floor and barrels and stuff. And the lighting could use a little bit of love. There's almost none. So if you're gonna fill this up with stuff, fill it with lights as well.
Could have some lights in there. Yeah, sure.
All right, cool. But a solid submission, a good start. I think with that second blueprint and the feedback that we've given, it's gonna find a nice home in this park.
Absolutely.
Okay, Raider-BBQ by SammyNoots, another builder. Wow. Okay, so this is your just ribbon. They're going to be selling us most likely TikiChicki ribs. Oh my god, or scorpion legs. And
there you go, red scorpion, perfect. That's exactly what I was hoping for.
That's exactly. I like the fact that it's like, we're no longer in Planko anymore, but how do you take the concept of barbecue, but what would that be like in a Fallout world? Sorry, what was up?
I was gonna say stinger steaks.
Oh, here, and the goo coming out there. This is cool. Yeah,
I think this has really got the tone really well.
It feels like a mutant grill, and you said it has to be a barbecue. And what they got meat everywhere. They got all the stuff, the skewers, and they're doing it in a post-apocalyptic way. So you did your branding and you post-apocalyptified the branding. That's a mouthful. We're just making up words here today.
And I really like that.
Some restrooms over
here. It's got the restrooms. Perfect. I really like that. It's quite a complex build. You can walk around there. There's a lot to go and look and inspect.
I didn't know these were recolorable.
Yeah, they are. So this one is the glowing one.
That's fantastically done.
Check it out at night.
Can we recolor the humans to be like that for like rad ghouls?
Yeah, we can.
That's
good. That's park extra.
Yeah, it's a fun little park extra. Let's get some glowing ghouls.
You can recolor the zombies. So he's done a really good job there of the lighting on the scorpion.
I like the Junktown sign too. It's still saying where we're at, adding all that barbecue stuff. Wow, fantastic build. My goodness. Post-apocalyptic barbecue. I mean, I don't have any feedback for this one, Alan. Do you got anything?
No improvements. I think he's really captured the shape and the area really well, because the path is a bit wonky. It's meant to be, but the build just, it looks as if it was just, it fits there so perfect.
I couldn't agree anymore. Yeah, like I mean, I'm assuming you're gonna have to put pathing up here so you can put some benches and some random doodads, but it has like more than enough. So it's not really anything like I would add or take away. Like you said, the shape is really cool. I like this big circular gazebo thing that you built it all into with a stack of just freighter crates and random junk. It's a pile of awesomeness. I could see this fitting like really good in Fallout. Yeah, really good. Yeah, and I think you nailed your branding as well as your theme. So all the boxes are checked and done at a really high tier quality. Very, very good. Yeah. And the lighting was also really good. So wow, I think this is the one to beat so far. And coming out of a builder in SammyNoots here. So the builders again setting the bar high. Alan, you weren't here for the other recordings, but every single park so far, the builders have nailed it. In fact,
it's really impressive stuff from people who really pushed themselves forward with this project.
If we do a best of overall, I think we might have some of the builders being some of the best of overall builders. They've been doing a really good job. They are staking their claim and earning. They'll no longer be builders after this contest, I think.
Yeah.
All right, that's an amazing build. Congratulations, SammyNoots, on an amazing build. Whatsknupp, another builder. Yeah, it's in the Tiki area of the park, so completely switching the theme around here. I see some animatronics already. Love to see it. That's something we've been suggesting so far. Something to keep in mind, you'll see some of this stuff on the inside. We didn't actually set it up, but Alan will for the final park. So if you see like a pink cube, that will be a picnic table, and that sort of thing. Bins. So we'll check out the interior in just a sec. What's that say? Bean?
Yep. I like the
tiki bean. I love
the parts. Yeah.
I like nice the little custom wood face there, tiki face.
Yeah,
cool. The plane crashing into the building, holy moly.
I like that.
Wow, oh my goodness.
Again, he's filled the space really well.
Absolutely.
Let's go through there.
Let's go through there. You want to go through there? Sure.
Yeah.
I was going to go through the front, but yeah, let's go ahead. So yeah, there's going to be benches here from the looks of it, and then there's fake benches. Then, love the animatronic. I love the grilling of the rad roaches.
Yeah, perfect.
That's incredible.
Really good stuff.
And because, again, you're not buying they're not going to have a surplus of chickens lying around, right? So what is Tiki Chicki anymore? Yeah. Well, it's like, instead of chickens, it's buckets of beetles. It's amazing.
He's brewing the coffee and supplementing it with a nice beetle surprise.
Yeah. Let's go. Get your morning beetles and coffee.
Oh, this is cool as well.
Your beetle juice. Wow. This feels like Fallout. Wow.
The first time that we've seen someone use the skeletons, and of course it absolutely makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Really, really good. Actually,
okay, now everyone
something that everyone can think of it.
No, I was just gonna say
that's park extras, isn't it?
Everyone needs to go back and update their buildings now and put some skeletons in. Yeah, you're right though. Like, I just wow, it's so obvious, but then not until you see it. But this is like a big thing with Fallout and post-apocalyptic. Is like you get to see the story of what happened or what they were doing last. The environmental storytelling's really, really big in Fallout games, and I love to see that. That scene just looks really capturing. Amazing. Oh, they want to put the coffee mascot here. I like it.
Oh, that's a good idea. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll just try the coffee mascot there.
That is incredible. I want a coffee machine like that in my home. Look at all these like organs and all this stuff, and it's all pumping it, and then you get this tiny little espresso.
That's clever. And you can have a rad beetle coffee.
Squeezing the beetle juice. Let's go. This is amazing. Little skeleton there again. I love it. Wow. And first person to really get a lot of value out of the animatronics. You can see here, as we mentioned earlier, we'd like to see it, and now that you see it, it's like, yeah, this is better, right? Having those animatronics and skeletons.
Good use of the decals as well.
Decals, yes, yeah, all those little things on the walls and stuff. Yeah, really nice. Wow, this is
really authentic. It's. I love how the complexity to the build. It just means you can walk around and you're looking at it. Just hits the vibe just well.
They're growing the coffee beans up here.
Oh, that's perfect.
Wow. I love that.
I love that we've just been spending, all this time looking at it, and we're just finding new things as well.
Yeah. Ooh, and the tiki colors there. Great job.
Yeah.
Ah, wow. Okay. This is another one to beat. I'm pretty impressed. See it at night.
A hot and up competition. It's going to be really hard to vote.
It's going to be. I mean, wait till you see the other parks, Alan. Yeah. If you're impressed here, I mean, there's just as much to be impressed on the other ones as well. So, yeah, I don't even know. This is why I'd never I wanted everyone to vote for second and third per park. Just makes life so much easier. I don't want to put this up against sci-fi or, another theme, right? It's like, how do you judge? It comes down to preference at that point. But we want to be as fair as possible. And I think, did you get your branding right? Did you match your theme right? Does it check all the boxes? Is it post-apocalyptic? This is not just TikiChicki. It's TikiChicki in an afterlife, right? And that's where having a crash plane like that is important. Having skeletons and creating an atmosphere is important. And those are the things that set it apart from the rest and set it apart from a Planko TikiChicki. So very good attention to detail on this build here. And the lighting was good too, right? I didn't really comment on it.
Yeah, great lighting as well.
Mm-hmm. Oh, wow. I don't feel like I have to say anything on this one either. Do you have anything for this builder?
No.
No?
No.
Okay.
Nope.
Give it up for these builders. Wow. Setting the bar higher, the builders, they are all going to be advanced builders going into Planet Coaster 2, I think. Hospital by Wolf Comet, another Tiki build over here in the Tiki Island, and it's a hospital, right?
It is, yeah.
Okay, very cool. So we're going with a little bit more of the traditional wood cabin vibe. We still have that thatch tikiness to it. Overgrown, like to see it. We got all the destruction happening here. Sunken boats, so not too clean, but nice and old and rattled a little bit. We see some crosses there for the medical cross, I guess.
Yeah, I like that they've got the foliage in there as well. So actually, I guess there's some more options for foliage on any of the builds, but I like that this has already got some foliage in there.
No, the foliage looks nice.
Not just on the build, but on on the left-hand side there.
Oh, yeah.
So it's just blends it nicely.
That is a part of the build. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, that is really nicely integrated. Little builder sign there. Let's go on in. The Tiki Aid.
Yeah.
We need some skeletons there. Now that the skeletons is a thing, I want them everywhere. That's
some
Radaway skeleton there, green pile of ooze underneath him. His guts spilled out on the floor. Let's get.
What would be funny is like one of the zombies, like as a ghoul, who's still compos mentis waiting there for his hit.
Yeah, that's great. That's an awesome idea. I love that. Now that I've seen the plane crash, I want to see a helicopter crash into this, because for the helicopter pad, or like a boat crash into the side. Give me more destruction. Yeah, more destruction would be welcomed. I guess my bit of feedback for this is I would like to see a little bit more color. It's a little bit neutral. The only thing we're getting color from is the foliage, right? There's no actual like color. While this is a hospital shop and there's not really a lot to play around with there, you can still add tribal tiki, because this is a tiki area, so you could still go a little bit crazy with those colors, in my opinion, and add some of that tiki, what do you call that, graffiti, the tribal art on the sides of the buildings and stuff, just to give it a little bit more pop. As I mentioned at the top, where Fallout games love to do that, just like hits of color just to draw your eye to certain things is really quite important. But I think it's a pretty solid build, and I think a little bit of color could go a long way. Let's see it at night. Yeah. Do you have anything to add there?
Well, yeah, I think I know that the builder really went through a few iterations, really pushed themselves on this, and think definitely should be very proud of it. I think I agree with the thing about the color. I think maybe for instance the tower, which has got the cross sign there, that could have some so possibly even sort of tiki faces on the side. Try and incorporate the cross in that, just to get the color in there, like that kind of thing.
Or even what you could do, I think this is a nice place to frame the cross in between some totems, because the roof here is so flat. If you had like a custom totem here and a custom totem here and like a smaller one here and a taller one there, it would kind of like you'd have all these like tiki faces. And it's the Tiki Aid. So by looking at the totems, you see Tiki and you see the aid. It kind of says it all without using words, if that makes sense. Yeah. That could be a fun addition. And with that, you could just make a park extra and slap it on there and be like, add this to my blueprint. right?
They could even have like a sign outside the hospital, but just like next to the foliage, as if like someone's put it up saying like, right away, only 5 cabs or something. Just that could add a bit of color as well.
That's an interesting point you brought up. I didn't even really think about that. If this was a post-apocalyptic place, the aid would probably be related to radiation cures and getting your Rad-X, getting your chems. So how can you introduce that into the theming and stuff like that? I don't really know, but there you made a couple suggestions there. I'm sure there's some more things that people could think of, but it just needs a little bit more of the sprinkles, some sprinkle flair. Not much though. The build overall is great, and just 5% more flavor added on, I think, could take it all the way. But very solid build. Oh yeah, the lighting was good, right? Yeah, this looks nice. Very nice.
Yeah, I think that's subtle, looking realistic. Yeah, nice.
All right. Very solid build here from, who was this one?
This was Wolf Comet.
Wolf Comet. All right. Okay, here we are at the Junk Diner by V2 Raven, an advanced builder. Holy moly, the pit stop. So the pit stop's a fun name for it because we're going to have a go-kart track here. Yeah. You like the sign? How it's a train?
Yeah, I think it's just cool.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
All of the bits of it,
it's like on a crane.
Yeah.
It's
really I like the way it's supported by ropes and stuff. I like the way that kind of attention to detail is great.
The amount of junk is great. This is one of the ones that got an early review, and I said put more junk in everywhere. Oh boy, did they ever!
Yeah, just really delivered. Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
Wow.
It's just that all these little tidbits here and there just really add a lot of flavor to it.
Really does. Yeah.
Oh, look at that.
Scrap Wanted.
Oh, yeah, that's the...
Oh, look at it.
Yeah, the Cedric Hotel. I've never used that piece, so that was like, oh, wow.
Cedric, yeah. No one has. We just put it in the garbage.
It's the first good use of the piece, isn't it?
Oh, this, it's like an ore. What is this?
So that's the castle bubble.
It looks like I want to mine it for, a video game. I didn't know that was in the game. Like, that literally looks like a video game ore mining node. The gas station.
I just love the way that, because, the sign, the text on its own could be, it's a bit boring. Of that on there, it just subtly adds a lot of
right.
Character to that.
I agree. Yeah, the small details, you guys. Wow. So there will be a path here.
I like this.
So you come through here.
I just like that. It's not that. Yeah.
It will have a ramp.
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're gonna do the path up here, but your railing is done for you.
Yeah.
So we just pretend there's a path there, right? And then this would be all filled up so that they can get their stuff. Very cool.
Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot.
Wow.
And then you get to see the go-kart. Perfect. Because I know this builder is collaborating slightly with the person who is doing the go-kart. So yeah, I think it's that forward thinking of exactly how this is going to interact. It's
perfect. The go-karts are going to be right there. That's great.
And the use of the ambient sounds as well.
Yeah, that's a great point. I have the volume kind of low, but I'm glad you pointed that out because, I haven't heard a lot of ambient sounds so far from a lot of the creations throughout these contests. So I like to see that. This. Yeah, the pink penguin up there. This guy's just watching over stuff. Again, the use of the animatronics really goes a long way. I really think it adds a lot. I really like what you did to the roof. I think I mentioned a few things of it like being a little flat, not really junkified enough. And you took the feedback with grace and really applied it, and that is the sign of a good builder. You took the feedback and you made it even better than I would have hoped. So
yeah, look at this. It just I love that.
Just creepy little stuff.
I just love the way it's like hidden until it like just pops out.
Yeah, this is very solid. Let's see it at night. Oh, there's even like a little vending machine. They stole it from the Tiki area. Straight up hijacked it. I love that. Ooh. Oh,
it's very nicely lit. That is very colorful.
I remember saying that there wasn't enough lighting or something, and now it's like really cool. Wow. Very playful. And it has no rhyme or reason to it, kind of like they just found stuff and put it together. You know what I mean? And that kind of makes sense in a nonsensical way.
Yeah, it's exactly what we wanted to, I hope to see.
It's great. Looks good. I'm not a fan of the Christmas lights, to be honest, but, they found them in the junk pile and they used them. So
yeah. I think
can't get mad at it.
It's basically just whatever you find you can use.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it.
So I understand it.
And I like the difference in the color of the pit stop sign.
Yeah. Did I give any feedback? I don't think I did, but I don't think I need to. It's a good one. Very, very solid.
Solid.
A lot of... Oh, there's some... I didn't even see this.
I'm glad we didn't miss it. Yeah, look at this as
They're
well.
working on all these vehicles. Wow. That is the secret of all... What the heck?
Wow.
These junk builds, you really gotta crawl through the junk to find more gems. Very fitting. Wow. Like layers of an onion. Let's go. Okay, very, very good V2 Raven. Definitely be proud of that build. Health Center by... Wait, no, this is not Raven Too Late.
It is, but that's kind of their username. But
Okay.
their kind of alias goes by our crow, so just make sure that we get both. And
We got to stick with one name, people. Stick with one name. It confuses the heck out of me. Okay, so yeah, it's a health store. This is a metal palm tree. Oh my god. Why not, right? I kind of love that. So there was a health center over there that we saw, and now we have one for the junk area, which is cool. I like all these green flashing lights. Oh my god, I'm gonna have a seizure though. Okay.
It's like, like ambulance.
Okay, so yeah, this is combined against and merged with this build. I see. Oh, and there's like a little room?
Yeah, so
Oh.
yeah. Look at this, it's like a radiation
I
chamber.
would have loved to go inside.
And I said that they could use the part of the path, like to make something just around the path on the right hand side there.
Mm-hmm.
There you go. So they've extended that into this area, which instead would be ideal. So it just adds a bit more flavor as you're walking through the town.
I think they did a great job on the junk and the way it's all piled together. I really feel like it would have been awesome to go in here because you have so much space, whether it was even just a small amount of it, right? Like there's enough here for like a 2 or 3 by 3 interior.
Yeah, I think that would be ideal.
And you could have had like a little bit of storytelling with the skeletons and stuff. So that would have been my kind of desire. And if you can make that work for an update, I don't know. I don't know how many pieces this is either. And again, with this one, I would like to see a little bit more color. The only color we have is this muddy green and 2 palm trees. So a little bit more signage and a little bit more of that storytelling. Think animatronics, signs. Again, just that last bit of polish is what we're needing to throw on here, right? Yeah, the nighttime lighting is just the green lights, and I think it's a little too much. I would honestly delete some. Especially because there's no other lights, right?
I think definitely the one that's like the main cross, like above the sign. But I think I agree that it's maybe too much because when you're looking at it, it's kind of maybe flickery everywhere. So it might be difficult for them to like if they were going to build this, it might be difficult for them to kind of maintain that. So having the one above the sign is great. Maybe some of these other ones can be like more static, solid lights with different colors to highlight different. Maybe some of these top buildings are actually people's homes that they've just put on there.
Yeah, so I guess that for me is even if you're 4,000 pieces, make a second blueprint, but come up here, add some benches, add some animatronics, some chairs, a guy smoking. You can have some stuff up here. Do a little bit more of that environmental storytelling. Go in and have fun with those props, those assets, those little extra bits, because if people were living here, there's going to be a lot more usable props that are scattered about that people are using on their day-to-day. Random sofa or couch up here, like whatever you can think of, tell a story with it. And with the same with story with the last med bay, what can you do chemical wise or rad wise or radiation curing wise? Is there a way to add medicine or crates, medical crates and stuff like that into this? And if you were able to add a bit more of an interior where we can come in and then pass through this way, I think that might be kind of cool. I really wanted to like go in and explore the building a little bit. That would have been kind of fun. And then just a couple hits of color pop, and then I would reassess the nighttime lighting. It's just the green flashing lights and nothing else, right?
Yeah, so maybe it could be, less is more sometimes. So it really draws your attention if there's one flashing light, which is like on the sign, the main sign.
This one?
The small one. I was thinking the little one.
Oh, this is a big cross if you didn't notice.
Yeah, this was a big cross, but then there's a little cross. So so I think that would really be drawn. Your potential would be drawn to that more if that was the only one that's flashing, and then the other ones are more like more subtle lighting or spotlights or just candles and things.
I don't know how this would look. I'm just curious, but if you were to have something a little bit on the more green side and then take it down a little bit.
Exactly, it makes it look as if it gives that more ambience, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's not too bad, right?
And then maybe if that was the only one that's flashing and the others were like more
yellow lights,
gentle,
white,
like
spotlights,
varying some different colors and stuff like that.
Yeah, look at the randomness of the lights that other people have used and steal ideas from that. That's what I would do. It's copy with taste, not copy and paste, right? Stealing ideas is welcomed when you do it with style. Yeah, that's my feedback. I think you nailed the junk aspect, though, right? Yeah. The geometry of all this looks really cool. I like it. All right, masks, fantastic. I'm a little biased towards this one. I came up with the idea. This was created by Oldcoastersteve. Information masks, fantastic. This guy's got a little hair thing going on. I'd love to see it. Okay, well, it looks really nice in there. I want to look at the outside first, though. Oh, the fans there. That's fun. I'm a fan.
I like the way, I think we'll see it once we're inside, but there's actually like gearing for the fans to make it look
functional.
Actually, you know,
ooh,
yeah,
that's very cool.
Oh, it's some flowers.
It's like a peacock. Oldcoastersteve kind of feels like a greenhouse. It's got a lot going on there. I like it. Wow, cool. Yes. Yeah, the gears,
seating. Yeah, I like that because that's actually, you know, it
tells a story.
It just gives like a lot more flavor to that.
Yeah, and
the this is a good idea. Actually makes it look as, you know, alive.
Yeah. Absolutely. So it is information and hats. You got a little cowboy hat there. Very cool. The build is nice. The overgrown features is great. The destruction, I like the storytelling. I would love to see a couple animatronics added here, as we've mentioned throughout. Maybe a couple skeletons. For me, the biggest thing that I'd love to see, I would love to see a big giant mask. I mean, I guess we have this, but it's the same thing used everywhere. I would really love to see this builder build their own big mask. I like this one on the side, personally. I like these little ones, they're good, but they're being reused a lot. Whereas I feel like if you got rid of this one and just made your own, boom, that would call to me. And it really just said masks fantastic. Do you agree, or is that being greedy?
Yeah, maybe like a really big version of that mask, that smaller one.
Like this, TNT, but bigger.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome. I love how handcrafted and amazing this is. It's like, this should be on the, I expect this or better on the mask shop, right? And that's kind of what I was hoping for.
So you could have like it's like quite a tall shape, you know, that's a bit of TMTK, the mask other ones. But this one, yeah, you've got a lot of space to make like a much bigger version of that and quite colourful and have that kind of coming out of the build a bit. Yeah, I agree. It's like you've got
a second blueprint or a park extra. Yeah. And we can attach that.
I like what he's done with that, but it's already on the side, so you've still got that. So I think, yeah, I agree on the front
it's also on the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So those two can stay, but it would be great if there was a really big version on the front.
Absolutely. Yeah, just to really sell it home and to show that you put something like custom into the selling the feature that it's the mask's fantastic. It should be a very fantastic mask. But the build, the destruction, the tikiness, the vibe, the storytelling in here, all really good. I think you could tell a little bit more of a story with animatronics and stuff like that, a couple props. So a few little updates here. Again, just sprinkles of stuff. Let's see how it is at nighttime.
Yeah, I like the way that it's got some life to it as well. Just the use of the things make it look like there's a breeze going through. It brings it to life.
And one thing I've been mentioning on some of the other builds is light draws you in. So there have been shops in the past where we didn't see, like this here, this is beautifully done, right? Like the light, you're drawn to the sign that draws you into the entrance. So with that, you could, if you did a big tiki mask, you could literally have like fire or lights in the eyes, and it would really make it feel like a fiery totem or something, totem mask. You could do something really awesome with it, kind of similar to that of the actual tiki mascot, right? It's a big totem face character with fire coming out the top, and if you had something like that, it would really draw your eye to the entrance of the shop rather than just this little tiny lamp. Right?
Yeah, a lot more light on the inside, and then it makes you want to go in, doesn't it?
I think the lighting on the inside is good. It just really needs to be there on the selling point for me. Yeah, this is nice, right? All the way around. Yeah. No, it's really solid. All right, a really good build here. This one was by...
So it was Oldcoastersteve.
Oldcoastersteve. Thank you, Alan. Yeah. Sorry. I can't contain myself right now.
Good. Yeah, it's... you can tell we're on to StarshipRad, a very well-known and amazing build here. Look at this.
Well, we all know what this is from, right?
Yeah.
It's the bobblehead from Fallout, or the Hawaii girl that's always on like the dashboard of a car, right?
Exactly.
And
really,
they show it. They show it
there.
almost every cinematic. It's amazing. It's hilariously good. And what is this? I don't know what I'm looking at here. Is that a drink on a?
I love it.
Oh, what's that?
Oh, well, it's yeah, I think it is a drink, but it also looks like one of its faces. Like,
yeah, I think it's supposed to be a
face.
drink, and she's holding a tray, right?
Yeah.
It's hard to make out though, but yeah, that's an awesome basic shape character. This is quite gnarly. The shape is amazing. The woodwork is very heavy, but in a complimentary way.
Yeah.
It's sturdy. It's like a longhouse. It's awesome. The
So,
colors
yeah,
are amazing.
A lot of contours, detailing, depth to what each surface. I love the little faces. I like the way that the mouth is falling off one of the faces.
Is it?
On the
Where?
The bottom, on the this one.
Okay.
See on the right hand side there.
It's brilliant. And what I was saying earlier about like bring color to your builds, there's a lot of color here, but it doesn't feel overdone. You just bring that saturation down just a little bit, right?
Yeah.
And it's like colorful, but it's not like blinding me. It's really like a good balance. So we have like the Tiki Chicki on the left and the Trade Winds bar on the right. Very cool.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, there you go. It's nice.
Wow.
Oh, look at that. I love the boat on the ceiling.
Yeah. That's cool. Nice. There's like a whole little world up here. Whoa. It connects to the other. Wow. There's like a waterfall or something going on in here.
Yeah, it's incredible.
Wow. Ooh.
Look at this. I love this.
Big stone oven here. Wow.
It's cozy.
Holy, oh, see, this is what I'm talking about from Mass Fantastic. I want to see more of these. These are great. Cool little chandeliers with color. Wow. Oh, these are so cozy, dude.
It's good. Yeah, this build's got everything, doesn't it?
That stone
It's like
wall is a brilliant placement. It makes it so
Yeah.
cozy. Oh my god.
I want to go and have some rat scorpion steaks here.
Absolutely. Oh wow. This is a really cool open layout. I like just the random chairs being thrown about. I do have a small bit of feedback, and it would just be like what we said earlier, more of that storytelling, animatronics and skeletons, and that's it. I'm pretty much sold on everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. The build itself is kind of amazing. I'm trying to think, like, could we put a Tiki on the left and have her on the right, because it's the Tiki on the left and it's the Trade Winds on the right, just to balance out the composition? Or would that be too much? You know what I mean? Like a big Tiki sign, and maybe that one's kind of like broken in half and falling apart. What do you think? No, I don't think Alan likes that idea.
My signal just my signal just dropped out. What was the question?
Oh, I was saying, looking at the build here, maybe we could put a big Tiki on the left to balance out the composition, because the left is the Tiki, the right is the Trade Winds. She's the Trade Winds, and then you could have Tiki over here.
Like the cartoon version of that.
Yeah, that might be fun, just to like balance it out. That could be a good extra that we just plop there, right? But the build itself is amazing. The lighting's amazing. I don't know if when you cut out, but I said all I would really add here is some more of those animatronics and stuff, right? Just a little bit more of that storytelling. I liked a few kind of tipped over chairs and stuff. Like, can we do a little bit more of that, right? This, like, there's something happened here. If we had a skeleton there and a dude, and you know what I mean? Like, how can we tell a little bit more of a story in here? And make it feel a little bit more alive. Some guys standing around the fire, roasting drats or something. That's pretty much it for me, is the storytelling. But the build itself it's very alive. I love it. Very, very solid.
Yeah. He's really got or deliver a really big space, a lot of detail and dimension to this within just one blueprint. So it's really impressive. So we can definitely have a second blueprint for all of the extras, like the things we just discussed.
Cool. All right, so you're in agreement. Very solid build from StarshipRad, always delivering with giant rad blueprints and builds. Okay, we got one more, and we are jumping over to, what is this? The cocktail bar by the one and only Chant. Wow. Can we change the time of day here? There we go. See it a little bit better. So Chant is a designer for the Zap Park, and we said designers are allowed to make blueprints as long as it's not in their park. So she's under the same rule set as everyone else for this. Holy moly.
This is a lot to go through on this, isn't it?
There's a lot to go through. What are we looking at here? So what is the shop itself? It's a cocktail bar, right?
It is.
Wow.
Yeah. So
that's a good mask's fantastic. Can we give that to the mask guy over there? That's incredible.
That is how it's done.
Oh my god, and there's another one. Oh wow. So
fizzy bar.
Is that my cat? Is that a play on my cat? I never really asked her. The fizzy icky bar because the T fell off. Ichabah. We got rad roaches. They're growing.
Rad yams?
No, what were those? Oh, what were they called in Fallout? The green round things. You remember?
I can't remember actually. I mean, did that have melons and gourds, I think? But
melons and gourds. I think that's what it was. Yeah. I think it was, melons, gourds.
A rad yam.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm looking at it online now. It's like mutt fruits and potatoes.
Oh, there you go. Yeah.
Tarberries. Very cool. The bench is really nice. I like this. Baubles coming out. I'm overwhelmed with things to look at right now.
Yeah.
Should we go inside or?
Yeah, let's. I mean, it's going to take a while, isn't
Caution.
it? Let's go through.
Let's go.
So I like this because it's like it's the old radiation stuff that still you can't go into this bit.
Right.
Because it's just too radioactive.
Oh yeah, like the smog, the rad roaches, the drippiness. Yeah, this is pure toxicity over here. This place got hit hard. I mean, even the rad roaches can't survive in here. That's not a good sign. So yeah, if that's where you put the bathroom.
Here, beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, beautiful. A good yin and yang, beauty and destruction, right?
Okay, so we have some rad ties.
Aww.
Instead of my ties. I like that.
Rad ties. Yeah, that was made out of a pumpkin. That's brilliant.
She's got some signage above the. There you go.
Papaya punch, rad tie, banana bliss. Cool. Tarberry tequila.
Yeah. And they're made from glow fruit. So it's a new.
Cool.
New addition to this park, glow fruit. It's new.
Oh, you got the decals on the windows. That's actually a clever one. You haven't seen anyone do that. I don't think I've ever seen anyone do that. Make decals on the windows. Usually just see it on like the concrete and stuff, right?
I love this area up here as well.
Wow, this is where they're growing all the fruits and stuff. That's a fun plant.
Yeah.
Like the bubbles come. And there's what you said on that last blueprint, or one of the blueprints earlier, was a lot of ambience. This is another one that stands out to me where I can hear a lot of stuff going on. And I guess that tells a bit of a story too, right? The audio cues tell a story.
Yeah. And I wonder if there's a radioactive, like the Geiger counter for that radioactive bit. I don't know if there's an ambient sound for that already in Planet Coaster.
Oh, you're right. Nobody's really used that. Smashed windows. Holy moly.
It's cracks on the floor.
Oh, you can get served from the backside as well. Holy moly. It kind of encompasses Chant's personality too. You got like the chaos and the beauty, you know? She's always doing pretty stuff, but she's also kind of chaotic with her ideas. It's kind of fun. Embracing that of which your park is very similar. Tiki's beauty, but it's in a world of after. And I think it ties it all together quite harmoniously. I see the destruction, I see the tiki. This is probably the most colorful tiki vibing build of all of them so far, but still maintains that destruction where it's not pristine, right?
And I like the way that it's, it's overhanging a little bit on the path to, interact with the shapes. Really interesting.
Lighting's pretty good.
Yeah.
Could be a little bit brighter on some areas, but it's because it's just generally one consistency. Pretty good overall. Where am I going? It's nice in here. This is a very cozy atmosphere. Wow.
Yeah, I think she's just done such a great job with that plot. It's couldn't be any better, I think.
Amazing build by Chant there. Holy moly. And that is ending it off with a bang with that one. Amazing shops. I mean, we've given some feedback, and then there are some that pretty much were just perfect. There's a lot of perfect builds in here. You guys have really embraced the Junktown, have really embraced that of the Tiki. We can see the two different distinct themes, and this is where you deserve some props, Alan. You did a really good job at designing a good theme and conveying exactly what it is you wanted with your reference images, your examples, and all of that. And then the community did a great job at listening to that and finding creative ways to build these things. And this is just the shop. So, I mean, from what I see here, we got two very exciting parks to look at for your one park.
Yeah.
Very, very
Two
cool.
for the price of one. And I've got had previews of what's to come as well, and I've got to say everyone watch should be excited for how this progresses, because it's some of the stuff that's being done is just amazing.
It really is, yeah. So I'm assuming you're pretty happy with these submissions. One thing I want to ask you is what I've been asking all the designers. Of all of these submissions here today, do you have a favorite and why?
So I'm going to say that actually I think I'd have to really sit down and think about a favorite.
Pick one.
I don't.
I'm putting you on the
Hard
spot.
to pick one. I mean, I can pick some. It's very hard to pick a single one, because there isn't. For me, I don't even know what I would pick. What I would put as first. Okay, so obviously, Chance and StarshipRad are kind of like, but both have just captured everything that I was hoping for.
Over the top Tiki.
Yeah, like every aspect of what they've done is just. It couldn't be. I couldn't have conveyed anything more that I wanted to see.
That's your perfect pairing. Let's go with that.
But
there's a but.
Having said that,
Gonna pick them all.
Not necessarily. No, I think that the barbecue, one we saw earlier, on the other side of the town. I think that because this is like the first time I'm getting a good chance, because I'm away from the computer. The first chance I'm getting a good chance to go around that, and I'm just blown away by how well that fits the space, how the different layers, the way that you've got the different shapes, and the flat area. Again, that's just like a perfect. Kind of representation of what I was hoping for as well. But that's not to say that the others are not like equally wonderful. That's why it's so difficult.
You kind of. He's like, I just love them all equally.
Yeah.
That wasn't the purpose of putting you on the spot there, but I'll take it. I'll take it.
I think that Sammy who did this barbecue, I think he's impressed me the most. I'll definitely
in terms of growth and stuff.
Yeah, just like. I'm just impressed with how that came out, because it's just really good.
Yeah, if I were to give an impressed me award, I'm going to give it to V2 Raven. I've seen them build in Project Planko. They've actually like resubmitted things for Project Planko because they're like, I didn't like it. I wanted to improve, da-da-da-da-da. And then since what I've seen them do in that park, which were pretty good builds, they've elevated much more since. And this is up there with what I see Experts, Masters, Legends building. And so for somebody that's like kind of, started from humble beginnings, they've grown very, very, very fast to a point where I'm noticing they're impressing me. So that would get my award. If I'm going to pick a favorite and why, I can't play favoritisms. So StarshipRad and Chant are going to be very upset with me, but I'm going for this one here. Who is our creator on it? And I'm going for it just because of this scene right here.
This was Whatsknupp.
Whatsknupp? Yeah, this scene right here captured the post-apocalyptic for me in a nutshell. As you mentioned, the skeletons. The only person in the entire park so far to do that, the afterlife of the storytelling of the post-war, and just the way that sign is tilted, fallen over with stuff growing over it. It's just dirty everywhere. You got me with this scene, but the rest of the build, like this giant organ to create a cappuccino, I love my coffee. What can I say? I'm a sucker for coffee. So you did a pretty darn good job at making like this really fun tiki coffee place. The tiki bean, it's clever. It's clever, and it has some really good environmental storytelling, which I love to see with all the animatronics and stuff as well. So, and you got the garden on top. So I'm a coffee sucker. I love environmental storytelling, and I think you did it the best, in my opinion. So that's going to be my favorite. Boom. What was your favorite and why, everybody? Fire away down in the comments below. I'm sure Alan has to get going to work. And thank you, Alan, for taking time out of your day, finding an opportunity to call in. So give some love to Alan in the comments, everybody. You did an amazing job designing this park, and I'm super glad it's turning out. And I can't wait to see where this goes.
Yeah, me neither. No, thank you.
You're very welcome.
Everyone, don't forget to comment underneath of just whatever is your favorite build, or just something that you like.
Absolutely. Perfect. All right, everybody, that's going to conclude the final park of the 4 shop contests. So the voting form will be live. I'll probably put it in the pinned comments. It'll be over on the YouTube section for community posts. It'll be on Discord. You guys can find images of all the you know, the shops and in their brackets. You can get to voting. Please vote on your favorites for, you know, reasons that make, you know, was their branding good? Was the theming good? All of the things that we've talked about. Try and pick the one that you think is most deserving of first, second, and third, and may the best builder win. Everyone did a fantastic job. I think it's going to be a nail biter. So I'm actually really excited to look at the results and showcase the results in the future. So for now, we're going to take a bit of a break from this, going back to Project Planko, and in 3 weeks from now, we're going to do the same thing that we just did here, but with scenery. And we're giving people 3 weeks to finish up that, and we're just going to bang, 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 go through them. So there it is, everyone. That's what you can expect from us. And thank you so much for joining me once again, Alan.
Thank you.
All right. Have a wonderful day, everybody, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye now.
Bye now.